Following popular demand from my subscribers, I will be talking about immigration amnesty today. Hello, I am Kareesha Turner, your human rights barrister on Kareesha Law. On 24th of March 2021, the government published an immigration policy document called New Plan for Immigration. It sets out various proposals for changes to nationality, immigration and asylum law. They also invited people to take part in a public consultation on the new proposals. And now that the UK's membership of the EU and its free movement rights have ended, the failings of the system are exposed more than ever. You just have to read the papers and media to find out about it. The volume of responsibilities falling upon the Home Office are greater, much greater, whilst its system for managing these are essentially the same. So, what is an amnesty for immigrants, and what does it look or should it look like for it to even work? In simple terms, it's allowing illegal immigrants to legally remain in the UK after a period of time. The prospect of an amnesty for more than 500,000 illegal immigrants was raised by Boris Johnson himself. He said, and I quote, "I think if people have been here for a very long time and they haven't fallen foul of the law and they have played by the rules, all I will say, we should look at it," unquote. As a practitioner, I will add, an amnesty would legally declare that anyone currently in the UK without a visa has permission to live here going forward. But it is not as easy as it sounds. This would mean opening the door for more illegal migration, and control of our borders would become even harder. Perhaps we need to have a criterion attached to an amnesty, such as a clean criminal record or a qualifying period of UK residence. So, if someone has a clean criminal record and has been in the UK for, say, 12 years or 14 years, they could be eligible for an amnesty. Remember, currently we have the 10 and the 20-year route under the immigration rules. So maybe 14-year period of residence could be something to think about. There are many people who fear that an amnesty would act as a magnet for more illegal migration. It could also be seen as a reward and for people who have claimed that they were victims of trafficking, for example, when in fact they were here as economic migrants. And these are legitimate concerns. But in 2002, a House of Lords report for an amnesty for the growing underclass of people who could not be removed. There is currently a petition, I've seen it on the internet, for an amnesty for people who have been here for 5 years. I personally believe 5 years is not enough, because we currently have lawful routes for people to come here and be here for 5 years, and all of that can be done lawfully. I am not advocating illegal immigration, but I am talking of people who have been here for 15 years, 20 years, or even longer. For undocumented people who have families here perhaps, and who have integrated and want to live normal lives and pay taxes to help the UK economy. And these are the people I'm talking about. Amnesty on the surface may seem like a reasonable measure, but is it the answer? Because illegal immigration is a serious problem. Currently, it's good to say, there is no definite proposal in place for an amnesty of this nature. We are getting mixed messages from the government, and this is not an effective way of dealing with illegal immigration. We currently have a broken system, and adding amnesty to it is not the solution, as it is simply not doable given the current state of affairs. I know many people will not agree with me, but the system will not be able to cope with an amnesty. What can be done, and let's talk about this. For example, we could review the current rules on long residence or reintroducing the 14-year route. Currently, under the immigration rules, we have, and I'm talking about people who are unlawfully here, we have 3 routes. We have, if you are under 18, you can apply, and you've been born in the United Kingdom, you can apply after 7 years. If you have been here for half of your life, between 18 and 24, you can also apply. And if you are over 25 and over, you will qualify under the 20-year route. So these are currently already in our rules, but reviewing these rules and perhaps adding 14 years or 15 years might be ways to get around it without talking of an amnesty. We are in a period of transition. The Secretary of State needs to wake up to the fact that they will not be able to remove these people who have been here for a very long period of time, simply because enforcement funding is entirely inadequate. We're still dealing with the aftermath of the Windrush scandal. We will soon have families of people who have been here for a very long period of time and are still working illegally. An amnesty is not necessarily the solution, but reviewing the rules, the long residence rules, might be the way forward, and this is doable almost immediately. I only say this because I do not want to mislead people to say that we can have an amnesty and the system can cope with it. I am only telling you this because anything else would be misleading. However, in the same way, and this is something to think about, in the same way the Secretary of State has made concessions over COVID-19 for even tourists who can't go back to their country, maybe we could talk about concessions for people who have been here continuously but somehow do not meet all the rules. If you want to talk about your long residence or whether it is worth making an application, and if you think you have been here for 20 years or longer but do not have the documents to show for it, contact me on the number below. I would love to do some more videos depending on your needs, so drop me a line and I will try to accommodate you. Thank you for watching Kareesha Law.